This is NBC.
Here's Jim Perry right now to 1980, Card Sharks.
The players cut the cards so they can't complain. If the cards don't fall right, there's no one else to blame. On Cut Sharks. And here's the host of Cut Sharks, Jim Perry.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you very much, and welcome to Card Sharks. Oh, what a nice-looking group. You don't look too bad at home either. Thank you. Hello there, Gene Wood. Nice to have you here. And this opening poem is definitely true. Yeah, that final cut, the final decision on how the cards are going to fall, that is up to the players. And Carrie Phillips knows that. Carrie sent in the opening poem from Millersville, Pennsylvania, watching us on WGAL-TV, Channel 8. Thank you, Carrie Phillips. Now we're going to open up the board and get to the cards. Go ahead. And Janice and Kirsten will start leading them in. Hello, Kirsten. Nice to have you here with us. And we'll welcome our Card Sharks. Karen Johnson. Hi, Karen. Our champion. Nice to see you.
Thank you. Nice to see you.
Again, a little reminder about you.
Okay, my name is Karen Johnson, and I'm originally from Port Arthur, Texas. I worked for 7 years as a recreation director for the U.S. Forces in West Germany, and now I live in El Paso, Texas, with my husband, Mike, and our 2 little boys, Peter, who is 5, and Matthew, who is 3.
Are all the stories true about Texas? Is everything bigger and better in Texas?
The best.
That's the only way for a Texan to feel.
Right.
Karen is a very good player here. 1 trip to the money cards, $2,700 in cash for a fine champion. Our challenger, Anita Bruner. Hi, Anita.
Hello.
Good
Fine.
to see you.
How are you?
I'm fine.
That's good,
Won't you
Jim.
again remind us about you?
Okay, my name is Anita Bruner. I'm from Carson, California. I work for Major Bank in Los Angeles. I have 2 beautiful sons and a lovely husband. And I love to travel, and that keeps me going since my husband's a professional golfer, so I have to make sure he's hitting balls and nothing else.
Oh. So you follow him on the road?
Right.
How many weeks a year is he out on the road?
Oh, I'd say about 40.
Oh, that's
So
a long, yeah.
That's a long time.
That's a tough road to hoe, following them around there,
but
too.
we both enjoy it.
Well, that's good, and we wish him well with his
Thank you.
touring. We wish you both well here. Now, you cut the cards at the beginning of the match,
Yes,
right?
yes.
All right, we're going to pick up where we left off, and we play the best 2 out of 3, of course. And as we left off, Karen, the champion, won game number 1. We're in the middle of game 2, and looking at the board, Karen with a 7 needs 4 cards. Anita has a better base card at 3. She needs 4 cards to win the game and possibly tie up the match. And Anita will pick up where we left off with a question to you. Anita, we asked 100 single women, have you ever told a man that age-old lie, of course you're the first? How many single women have lied and told a man she was the first?
Oh, well, right, because everybody wants their ego boost up, so I'm going to say it's 70.
70. 70 out of 100 have told a man, of course you're the first, Karen, higher or lower?
Oh, Jim, I think in this day and age of women's liberation, that line is pretty old. I think the number is far lower than that.
You say lower.
Yes.
If it is lower, you'll play your cards. If not, Anita plays hers. Well, the audience doesn't agree with you, Karen.
That doesn't matter.
That doesn't, that's right. A Texan is always right. The actual number of single women who have lied and told a man he was the first is 27. She is right. Yes, it is lower. She was not to be deterred and left off with a 7.
We've got to change that card.
When you win the question, you can change it. A 9, just the other side of the 8.
Lower.
Lower than a 9. Oh, no, an 8 is not lower. And Anita gets a free chance to play off the 3. Higher, she says. Another 3 is not higher. Neither player can advance. Janice will fill in the spaces. Question 3 goes to you, Karen. Karen, recently an English woman living in Saudi Arabia said she was willing to be flogged in public if it would keep her husband from being sent to prison. So we asked 100 married women, would you do that for your man?
Oh.
How many women would be willing to be flogged if it would keep their husband from being sent to prison?
I think that really depends on how much they really want their husband at home, so that's kind of a tough one. Gee whiz.
That's true. Some of them could have him flogged to get him sent to prison, right?
Right.
Yeah. Well, how
I
many
think
would be
that-
willing to be flogged if it would keep their husband from being sent to prison?
I think women love their husband. It's going to be relatively high, 72.
72. Karen, I've got to ask you, would you?
No comment.
No comment. She says 72, Anita. What do you think?
It's got to be much lower than that, you know. Keep them here, you know. Right.
Sounds like you're also in the no comment situation
So
there.
it's got to be it's much lower.
All right, you say lower. The actual number of women who would be willing to be flogged if it would keep their husband from being sent to prison is 48. Anita's right. It is lower.
Okay.
And Anita, again, we're looking at a 3.
I'm going to keep the card, Jim, and let's go higher.
Higher than a 3? Yes, a queen.
Let's go lower.
Lower than a queen? No. Again, a double is bad for the challengers. And again, Karen, you've got a 9.
Lower.
Lower? This time it is with a 5.
Higher.
Risking it higher. It is a 10.
3.
Now we move over the freeze bar, protecting that position for Karen. Fill in the spaces for Anita, and we are at sudden death. Someone has to win it on this play of the cards. Anita, we asked 100 United States congressmen in Washington, D.C. Do you think the government wastes too much of the taxpayers' money? How many congressmen think the government does waste too much of the taxpayers' money?
Yes, they do. They really waste it. It's going to be... you asked it now, how many congressmen?
Yes, how many congressmen think the government does waste too much of the taxpayers' money?
Well, I don't know if the congressman is going to agree. So I'm going to say in between number 35.
35 out of 100 congressmen feel some money does get wasted.
I think a lot of congressmen want to think they're spending our money wisely. However, I think they also realize there is some waste. Higher.
Higher. And, of course, the key to the question is, how do the congressmen feel about what they're doing with our money? And this will decide control and sudden death. The actual number of congressmen who think the government wastes too much of the taxpayers' money is 99. 99. Karen has control. If 99 of them feel that way, why do they keep doing it? It is sudden death. Karen, you could play it for 2 cards, or you can force Anita to play it for 4 cards. You've got control. What do you want to do, play or pass?
I'm going to pass it.
Anita, get them all. You've tied up a match.
I can do the same thing Karen did to me. So let's go higher.
You need them all, or Karen is the champion. Higher? This is time it is with a 4.
Let's go higher.
Higher than a 4, a 10. And you've got to keep going.
Let's go lower.
Lower than a 10. No, a jack is not. And Karen wins it in sudden death. Well, Anita got halfway there, but it's a tough way to go with 4 cards. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
nice to have you
much.
here with us.
Okay.
And of course, we get some nice party gifts. Anita Bruner. Karen, come on down here. Congratulations. And Karen Johnson goes for the big money with the money cards right after this commercial break. Way to go.
He was the kind of guy on your screen.
That's right, Karen. You and I look like a match set here with these outfits. Did you cut the money cards?
Yes, I did.
And let's get over and play them right now. Come on, Karen. Hop on up. Here we go. And Kristen and Janice will start dealing them out as we give you $200 of new money and 3 cards to bet as you will on the bottom line. When you move up to the second level, we add another $200 of betting money and 3 more cards. Minimum bets, remember, $50 till you get to the top card, the big bet, where you must risk at least half the money. Good luck. You've done well so far.
Thanks a lot.
Here's $200. And remember, you can change your base card on each level if you need to. Thank you, Kristen. Nice to have you here with us. $200. Karen starts with a 9.
Let's change that card.
You can only change it once. You must play this one. Oh, a good change.
Okay. Let's go 200 lower.
All of it, $200. That this card is lower than a king, and it is with a jack. 400.
Let's go 250 lower.
Oh, big bet on a jack. She is a gambler. $250 lower than the jack. Yes! With a 3 and 650.
All of it higher.
Double or nothing for $1,300 higher. And it is. Good job on the bottom level. We move up the 9. It isn't very good, but you don't have to play it as we give you the other 200.
I'm not going to. Change it.
Changed the 9 well before. Can she do it again? Well, a jack. That's better.
500 lower.
And a good size bet on a jack. $500 lower. Yes, with a 2.
I've got to do it. 2,000 higher.
$2,000 higher than a 2. And it comes up with 4,000.
4,000 lower.
Come on, be there for 8,000 lower. Yes! And a great card again. The 4. $8,000 as we move it up. First of all, do you want the 4?
I'm going to keep it.
Now, you must bet at least 4,000. You have 8,000 and a 4. Karen, what's your big bet?
5,000 Higher.
Big bet. Come on. Be there. She's a good player. Let's go. $5,000 higher. It is $13,000 in cash. Oh, way to go. Way to go. That's nice. You would bet a lot of money there, too.
I was lucky.
Oh, you played it very well. Karen Johnson has won 2 matches, and just like that, $15,800 in cold cash. We'll be back with a new challenger right after this. Nice job.
Get ready for fun in the afternoon with games everyone wants to play on Game Show Network. It all starts when Bob Eubanks shuffles up some card sharks.
Game, yeah!
Then it's extra fun with Alan Ludden in Password Plus.
Broadway.
Next, Bob Eubanks is back to get you into Trivia Trap. And Bill Cullen is ready to knock you out with Blockbusters.
Well, it's a classy show.
It's fun in the afternoon with Game Show Network, your place to play all day.
What questions keep men up nights? How good can you possibly feel? Are you looking for peak performance? Men's Health magazine has the answers. Call now and get your first issue free. You'll discover uncommon knowledge like 50 ways to flatten your stomach without sit-ups, how to cut your cholesterol 30 points in only 30 days, 5 intimate secrets to better relationships. Plus, find out what's revealed in the little black book of Men's Health secrets when you subscribe now. In it, you'll discover secret age-erasing tips, easy ways to a 32-inch waist, and the 20 best ways to unwind. Call now for your free trial issue. Keep it and get a year of Men's Health for only $19.97, and get the little black book of Men's Health secrets free. Where are the answers to your questions? In Men's Health.
Call now for a free trial issue of Men's Health magazine. Keep it and get a year of Men's Health for $19.97. And get the little black book of Men's Health secrets free with your paid subscription.
Janice is dealing out 2 brand new decks of cards, and here comes a new challenger on Card Sharks. Larry Huff. Hello, Larry. Nice to have you here.
Congratulations.
Boy, you're in a hurry to get out here.
Yes, sir. Ready to do it, sir.
Why don't you tell us about you?
My name's Larry Huff from Anaheim, California. I'm a truck driver, just lately turned salesman, married. And as you can see, I have an enormous amount of hair on my head. And that happened 3 summers ago. We were at the reservation in Arizona. We were pig hunting. And we got a 500-pound boar. And after that, we got drunk, the pig got drunk, our Indian guide got drunk, and this is the ultimate result. And I kept it this way ever since.
I was going to say, after 3 years, it hasn't grown back, Larry?
I just kept it this way ever since. My wife was mad. I mean, she was absolutely upset.
So if you're in the toupee industry, you've learned how to keep your business going. Just take everyone out pig hunting. That makes sense to me. Larry, we're happy to have you here with us.
Thank you very much,
You got
Jim.
the cards?
Yes, sir, I sure did.
Then good luck.
Thank you.
We will start the best 2 out of 3 with a question to Karen. Karen, we found 100 women who were divorced within the past year, and we asked them, think of the person you dislike most in the whole world. And now tell us, is that person your ex-husband? How many divorced women said the person they dislike most in the whole world is their ex-husband?
I know a lot of marriages end up on very unhappy terms. However, I don't think that necessarily the husband is the worst, ex-husband is their worst enemy. I'm going to say 45.
45 out of 100 feel that way, Larry. What do you think?
No, I totally disagree with her, Jim. I think that when a marriage is broke up, I think that there's always ends up inevitably a big fight in the courtroom situation, the whole thing. I think that number is going to be lower. I'm going to say lower.
How many divorced women said the person
I know, I'm going against my own logic, but I'm going to say lower. I'm going against what I'm saying.
Kind of changed it there.
Yes, sir, I sure am.
Huh? All right. Did they talk you into anything?
I hate to say it, but they did.
You would listen to them?
Absolutely. I was out there a while.
Let's find out. If you've made your decision at home, which is always important, the actual number of divorced women who said the person they dislike most in the whole world is their ex-husband is 35. They were right. They were right.
Yes, sir.
Larry, the challenger, starts off the match with a queen.
I'm going to keep that Jim and go lower.
Lower than a queen. Yes, a 6.
I'm going to freeze. I'm chicken.
And Larry being a little concerned. Well, it's always your decision. And, of course, if he makes a mistake, Karen gets a free chance. Look how they got that feeling of power. They were right once, and now they're going to tell you everything, Larry. Question to you, Larry. Larry, we asked 100 people. If a celebrity endorses a product and the product does not live up to his claims, should he personally have to pay back the people who bought it? How many people said the celebrity should personally pay back everyone who bought the product?
I think that a lot of people they're not quite that hard-nosed. I think that if they buy the product and it's not what it's made up to be, I don't think they're going to go back to the celebrity because the celebrity is doing a job just like everybody else. I think that's going to be a relatively low, not a relatively, it's going to be 30.
30 out of 100 say he should personally pay back if the product doesn't measure up.
I agree with his logic. In fact, I agree so much that I think the people would even fewer people would hold the star responsible. Lower.
Lower. Interesting. This was in the papers a while ago, I remember. The actual number of people who said a celebrity should pay back everyone who bought the product is 25. You're right, Karen. It is even lower. But 1 out of 4 felt that it was his responsibility, and Karen starts off the game with a king.
Good card. Lower.
Lower than a king. Yes, a 9.
Freeze.
And turnabout being fair play. Karen doesn't want to give Larry a crack at the cards. Karen, listen to this. Scientists report that they have tested gorillas and found their intelligence equal to that of many humans. So we asked 100 men who are top business executives, the heads of some of the country's largest corporations, if you could cut your company's payroll in half by firing all your current employees, you know what's coming, and hiring cheap gorilla labor, would you do it? How many business executives would hire cheap gorilla labor?
Well, Jim, I've been in a supervisory position, and there's quite a few of my employees that I think could be beat by a gorilla. However, I don't think many executives want gorillas working for them. 9.
9. Yeah, the price of bananas, that's true. I hadn't even thought of that. She says 9, Larry.
I have to agree with her. Even Darwin says we came from monkeys, but I just can't go for that program. I think that they're going to go with the human aspect of it. Although her number is awfully low, I'm going to go against my logic once again, Jim, and I'm going to say a little bit higher.
This time higher.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I'm getting whatever you say, Larry, I know you're going the other way.
Right.
Yeah, we're together. Of course, Darwin also said that man descended from the apes, which means the trip is going backwards. So the actual number of business executives who would hire cheap gorilla labor is 7. It's not higher. It's even lower. Karen, 7. Must be the price of bananas. Karen, you've got a 9.
I'd like to change that card.
And now we'll change it to an 8, right up the middle.
I'll try lower.
Lower? It is a 6.
Let's keep going higher.
This time she's going to take a risk higher, and it pays off with a jack.
Let's go for it all lower.
If it's lower, Karen is the first game. No. And back to the base card goes Karen, and Larry with a free chance to call off the 6.
Jim, let's go with the odds. Let's go higher, please.
Higher. No. The 6 is not higher. And we'll fill in the spaces. Someone's going to have a long way to go in sudden death after we take time out for this commercial break. First time you went.
Problem: dark circles and under-eye puffiness. The solution.
Well, someone's going to have to not make a mistake right now, because looking at the board, Karen right up the middle with an 8 needs 3 cards. Larry with a little better base card is 6, also needs 3. Sudden death, someone's going to have to win it right here. So control, very important. Someone's going to have a long way to go. Larry, we asked 100 married men. Can you tell what mood your wife is in just by what she wears to bed? How many men can tell what mood their wife is in by what she wears to bed?
Oh, absolutely, because my wife either comes to bed naked or she goes to bed with a lot of clothes on. If she's got a lot of clothes on, she is mad.
You figure... Larry figures if his wife comes to bed with hair curlers and army boots, the answer is no. Is that it?
Yes, sir, that's absolutely right.
Well, how many men can tell what mood the wife is in by what she wears to bed?
That's got to be a high number. I'm going to go with 70.
70 out of 100, Karen?
Well, I think he's absolutely right from personal experience. I'm sure he's right, so I'm going to go higher.
Oh. What do you wear to flash your mood, as it were?
No comment.
No comment, okay. Darn, I wanted to find out. The actual number of men who can tell what mood their wife is in by what she wears to bed is 44. It's not higher, it's a little lower. And Larry has it. Larry has control. Sudden death. You could play it for 3 or pass it for 3. Larry, what do you want to do?
Karen, I love you, but I got to do it.
You're going to pass it.
I'm going to give it to her.
And you are right up the middle, Karen, and you need them all.
Let's go lower.
Lower, she says. It is a 6. 2 to go.
Higher.
Higher than a 6? No, couldn't do it. It's a 2. It's not higher, and Larry wins game 1 in sudden death. I kind of figured whoever got control was going to be in the catbird seat with that one.
Don't be mad, honey.
And now, as your figure getting straightened out with your husband, with your wife right there, right? Your husband? Oh, well. Well, it's the modern age.
I hear ya.
Question goes to you, Karen. Karen, we polled 100 women who support the women's liberation movement. They all belong to the National Organization for Women. And we asked them, have you ever voted for a candidate you knew nothing about just because she was a woman? How many women's libbers said they have voted for a candidate just because she was a woman? Quickly now, Karen.
I think that answer is very high. I consider myself a feminist. And I know I would do that if I knew nothing about any of the candidates, which I hope I actually would. But I will say 78.
78 have voted for a candidate just because she was a woman, Larry.
I absolutely disagree with her. I think even if they are feminists, they're going to still go by what they think is right. I think that number is going to be lower, Jim.
Lower. The actual number of women's libbers who have voted for a candidate just because she was a woman is 29. Larry is right. It is lower. And doing the right thing is what liberation in many ways is all about.
Right.
Larry starts off game 2 with a 5.
Let's go higher, Jim.
He's going to play it higher. It is an ace.
Lower, Jim.
Lower than the ace, a 10.
Freeze, please.
And we move over the freeze bar, and Larry right away is close to the championship. We'll be back with these nice folks in a moment.
Listen, all you pets out there. Does your owner keep forgetting you need a pure buffer? So act now.
People joined us today from Bel Air, Ohio, and from Oak Ridge, Tennessee. Thank you for joining us. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Game Show Network wants to hear from you, so please write to us at Game Show Network, Post Office Box 805, Culver City, California, 90232-0805. We hope to hear from you soon.
One of our polling groups will receive MGA, Mitsubishi's 19-inch color television with a picture that challenges film in brightness, clarity, and contrast. Finely tuned no matter which electronic touch tuning button you select, instant on sound, strikingly beautiful, furnished by Mitsubishi. And some of our contestants will receive colorful DuPont Lucite Spray Enamel, a quick and easy way to add fresh new decorator touches inside or outside your home with Lucite Spray Enamel. You color it easy. Bedsack, new idea in bed covering. It provides luxury upholstery for your old mattress and box springs. Protection for new, furnished by Bedsack. The Daisy portable rechargeable power scrubber will take on your toughest chores indoors, outdoors, anywhere from Daisy Products Company. Bathroom accessories, and Mr. Bubble is gentle bubble bath for kids that makes getting clean almost as much fun as getting dirty, Mr. Bubble. A tray and pork products to use for pork cookout time. Mouth-watering variety that's easy to fix and delicious to eat, furnished by National Pork Producers. Glasses and a picture and 100% pure Treetop frozen pear grape juice. Unlike other frozen grape juices, Treetop adds pear juice with sweetness, no sugar. Speaking for Card Sharks, a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.
They're not acting this way for the money.
What shall I do?
Or the glory. They do it for the love of the game. Card Sharks, weekdays at 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. Only on Game Show Network.